It's Stephanie Stevens here from Pronoun TV. And tonight I'm just done my photo shoot for my new up and coming new shows that are going to be coming out. Thank you guys so much for taking part in all of the conversations that we are having now. You guys are amazing. So I just got done, and they wanted me to just chat with you guys about some of the drag um, performers and some of the trans women that have inspired my life for me to do what I do today. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that as I get ready for my final photo shoot. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to Pronoun TV and Stephanie Stevens. You're really making a difference. You really are. So thank you. And hopefully I am putting shows on and doing conversations that you want to hear. If you have a certain story that you'd like to share with us, just reach out to me. Add me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'm on all of them. So just look for those. So thank you guys for making a real difference. And the fact that we are all talking now, this is amazing. It's an amazing thing. It's very strange. This pandemic was good and bad at the same time, but we're here. So thank you guys so much. And I'm just going to finish off my makeup a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you about some of the drag and trans women that really made a difference in my life when it comes to drag. I want to first start off with, most of you guys know I am from Orlando, Florida, but I live in Toronto, Canada. And one of my biggest influences in drag was a trans woman named Miss Belle Kincaid. Miss Belle Kincaid from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. She used to do a show all the time in this club called the Copa. I'm sure if you're from Fort Lauderdale, you will know the Copa. It was one of the biggest gay bars in Fort Lauderdale. And Belle Kincaid was hilarious. And I got to meet her, hang out with her, and we became good friends. Now I can tell you a little bit about Belle. Belle was a 6'6" woman, at least 300 pounds, but proportionate. And I used to do so many things with her. We used to go grocery shopping, and I used to see the stuff. She would never buy just small cans of anything. She always had to have those big industrial cans. And I remember the one time I burst out laughing. She reached at the top shelf in Publix supermarket and grabbed the biggest can of peaches, the ones that you see in the cafeteria when you were in high school. Those big cans. And she palmed it with her hand, and I burst out laughing. And she never forgave me for that because but it was the funniest thing watching her palm a can of peaches. And she could palm a basketball. But Miss Belle Kincaid was such a great influence on my life. She also used to do this one show in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, at the Copa. It was called Belle at Midnight. And she would do a parody of Dynasty, where Alexis and Crystal were always fighting. They had about 10 or 15 TVs in the Copa, and Belle would reenact the fighting scenes. The place was packed, and she was hilarious. Belle Kincaid really made a big difference in my life. And I say this to all of you young queens. Sometimes you have to be persistent with these older these older queens that have been doing shows, and you want to learn something from them. I kept pulling on her skirt. I kept pulling on to her skirt until I got her attention. It wasn't a sexual thing. It was just the fact that I was just in awestruck of Belle because she was so talented and she was so funny and she made me laugh. And that's probably why I was trying to pull on her skirt all the time. But anyway, she did this amazing show, and we got to be good friends. And she gave me my first pair of drag earrings. No drag performer ever taught me how to do my own makeup or do my hair or anything. I taught myself all of that stuff and my own style. But there were certain drag queens and drag performers and entertainers and trans women that I was influenced by, such as Belle Kincaid, Miss Maxine Allen from the Copa, tall, blonde bombshell. She was more of a natural. She didn't really do, you know, drag. Well, she did drag, but she didn't dress drag. She was more herself. And I gravitated towards that because I liked the fact that she was natural. And that told me that she was living her life truthfully. And sometimes, drag performers don't always, wear the big flashy stuff. Sometimes trans women, they do drag as well. And they dress sort of normal because that's just who they are. But then here comes Miss Letitia Chevron from Daytona Beach, Florida. Oh, she turned the Copa out. She was beautiful. She looked just like Donna Summers. She was beautiful. She could perform, and she had those little bitty things growing that she was trying to put pasties on all the time. And she'd come out there half naked. It was fabulous. Then we have from Atlanta, we have, it's telling me to swipe or something. We have from Atlanta, Miss Sheena Kelly. Oh, blonde. I'll never forget when I first saw her in the Miss Florida pageant. She came out in the evening gown category in just a plain red gown with her whatchamacallits pushed up, her knockers pushed up, and this blunt blonde hair, long, gorgeous. Such an inspiration. She was such a professional. We miss her. She's passed on to Miss Sheena Kelly. She made a big difference in my life. Her and Miss Belle Kincaid. And Miss Letitia Chevron, the dancing diva, honey. And then we have Mr. Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown he was famous in Atlanta. And he's still alive today, but he was potty mouth, and I like that. I used to, because a lot of my comedy is about, saying stuff that you are afraid to say. Me and Charlie Brown are a lot alike, but he used to be so funny. I used to love watching his shows where he would turn his wig around and I would just holler. Because Charlie Brown was so funny. If you guys, you're young, and you're gay and you're doing drag, you should look up Mr. Charlie Brown. He's a great inspiration, and he was real. He was right around there with Miss the other girl from In the Garden of Good and Evil, Miss Lady Chablis, and then here comes Miss Tiffany Ariagas. Oh, Miss Tiffany Andreas Ariagas used to tear the Copa up, being half naked and sexual, and she was gorgeous, and she could dance the house down. She used to make so much money. Tiffany, you were such a great inspiration to me. I know if you're watching the show and you see, I just want to let you know that you really were an inspiration to me. With so many of the other trans women, that inspired me. But Miss Tiffany Ariagas, you just was the whole package. You were the whole package. And then, of course, there's that little round mound of sound, Miss Nikki Adams. Miss Nikki Adams in Fort Lauderdale, Florida was a great inspiration to me because she was professional. Professional. All the time. She was professional. And I admired that. And then I could say this girl could be my drag mother, but she never taught me anything but just how to live a normal life and just have fun during your life during the day. Miss Puddin. Miss Puddin from a club called Club Shadows. The first pageant that I ever won, I won Miss Club Shadows. And Miss Puddin used to work at this club all the time doing shows. And I'll never forget the time I used to hang out at her house, and she had us all helping her try to rhinestone her gown and everything from Miss Florida. And she was there doing Tina Turner. It was the funniest thing because Miss Puddin wasn't really a show queen. She was just trying to be in with everybody, fit in. But she put a lot of work into Miss Florida, but I could not stop laughing when I watched her do Tina Turner. Not that I do it better, but because I had back then, I had never done Tina Turner, but to watch Miss putting on this big stage trying to do Tina Turner with these two left foot feet. I still laugh about that to this day, y'all. You young guys and young girls and the people that are doing drag now, y'all missed the good days. Y'all have missed the good days with I would say with a lot. You've missed a lot of fantastic things. The gay community, we fought for so much that you guys have it so easy now. We fought for so much, from housing to HIV medications to just the fact of just fitting in, jobs, education, and we had a good time along the way. Yes, we did. And you know what? We used to dance in nightclubs. Everybody just stands around now. I went to a club the other day to interview somebody, and I thought they told me it was going to be a big dance party, and all the young kids were sitting around drinking like old people, and I thought, what is this? But it ended up being cute anyway. But you young kids have missed so much fun. And even though there was a lot of heartache with AIDS and all of that stuff back then, we had some of the best music, we had some of the best performers, and we had some good times. And you young people, you know, I say this to you all the time. You've got to learn how to just be yourself. Once you learn how to be yourself, you'll be able to do so much more. You'll be rather surprised. I've been years, 35 years. Yes. And I just want to say to all of the older queens out there and the older performers, and whatever the pronoun is that you identify as, just keep going and be fabulous. We've got so much life in us and so much more entertainment to come. You know, I'm loving watching the different variety of performers, drag performers. And TikTok here has really opened my eyes to another world for my talk show, because I now have an audience, and it's growing every day because, you know, you guys are liking the stories that we're telling. And, you know, I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. That's it. Thank you to the men and women out there that have made a difference in my life, to all the new people that I'm meeting from around the world. Who doesn't be thinking I'd be talking to people and interviewing people from Australia and Amsterdam and all these different places. And this is great. This is really great. So I just want to say thank you. I'm going to finish off my makeup now because I think that I probably talked your ear off. But I wanted to let you guys know those are some of the women that really made a difference in my life. And, you know, and I remember to them to this day. And I'm just grateful that I got to meet them, and they embraced me, and they were nice to me. So, from Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Show, thank so many of you, because we have a lot of brand new shows coming up starting in November. We've been filming a lot, but we just I haven't put any of the shows up because they don't want the shows released until November. So, but you guys keep sending me in your stories, and I will reach out to you, and we will get your story told, and then we will air it in November and December. And I'm going to be hitting the stage again soon, so y'all going to get to see me shake the house down, because most of the time y'all see me just sitting down. But I'm going to show you that I can still move at 60 years old. I can still go, girls. Okay, don't think mama can't go. I can still go sitting down. But I'm going to show you that I can still move at 60 years old. I can still go, girls. Okay, don't think mama can't go. I can still go and do it. And yes, I can still wear the little bathing suit things and the boots like y'all do. There's nothing wrong with my legs or me. I just like keeping things classy. That's it. I like to keep it a little sexy and classy. I don't know about me at 60 years old up on the stage with my butt hanging out and all of that. I know that that's what people want to see. And we'll give them a little taste. I'll give them just a little taste. You know how it is. You don't give away the whole cow. Most of y'all are doing that, and that's not a good thing. Keep something for yourself. Keep something for yourself. Leave a little bit to the imagination. Most of y'all are doing that, and that's not a good thing. Keep something for yourself. Keep something for yourself. Leave a little bit to the imagination, girls. Don't look like the next queen. Because most of y'all I see doing drag now, you all look the same, whether you're black or white. These bathing suits with these little rhinestones on it and these boots, you got to come up with something much better than that. You know, this is entertainment. I know Nicki Minaj and all them do that, but they switch it up. So you got to learn how to switch it up, queens. Make it glamorous, make it beautiful, and make it sexy at the same time. But remember, you can't just come out in one bathing suit and then the next bathing suit is just a different color. I did a show with some girls last week, and that's all I saw. They all were in the dressing room. I thought I was looking at the same person. And then I went out there and made all the money, and they were mad. You gotta change it up. You gotta be prepared. Preparation is the key to drag. Preparation is the key. It took me a while to get that going, but now that the life is back into me and the spirit is back into me about drag, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Well, anyway, it's Caravana weekend here in Toronto, and it is fabulous. I went yesterday, and they gave me a press pass, so I was able to go and enjoy myself. I couldn't believe food was $20 for some chicken and some rice, so $20. And anyway, I had a few drinks and some chicken, and I took a few pictures. I put a few videos up for y'all to see how Caravana was. It was very good. It was just something. It was incredible, but it was just too much for me. And you know I'm much already. So if Caravana was too much for me, you can just imagine. You can just imagine. But it was a lot of fun. And tonight I am going to Hard Something, DJ Black Cat's event. I'm going to his event tonight and see what that's all about. So because I'm already done up from my photo shoot, I'm going to fix it up a little bit, and I'm going to hit it and have a few drinks there and hang out and support him because he's been very good to me. I don't know if you guys know DJ Black Cat, but he's a fabulous DJ in Toronto, and he's been a great inspiration in my life too because he just keeps going, and that's what you got to do. Now, y'all didn't even tell me my lipstick was dry looking. Y'all didn't even tell me that y'all are some mean people. You didn't even tell me my lipstick was dry looking. It's a little bit better. So I hope everybody is having a fantastic Sunday. I am going to go do what I need to do and go to this event. And I hope y'all enjoyed my little story. I put a few more up for y'all too, so y'all could, you know, enjoy some of the other stories that I tell. Tales from the Dressing Room. That's a new series that I'm doing now about little incidents and things that have happened that I found were funny or I was involved in dressing rooms, from controversy to funny things that made me laugh to just shocking stuff. Some of the stuff I've seen in dressing rooms around the world, y'all would be shocked. Ottawa, you would really be shocked because them shows I used to do up there, y'all was scandalous. Woo! But anyway, I'll get to those down the road. Tales from the Dressing Room is my new series. I'm telling a few stories about things that happened in the dressing rooms around the world when I was there performing. And here in Toronto as well. So, all right, let me finish up my makeup, y'all. I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. We got one more day, and then we got to go back to work. Well, I'm working, period, so. I hope this music is okay. I had to pick music that I know I can use after the video because, you know, if you use copyright music, you can't share that video, but only on TikTok. So I don't want to. I want to be able to use these videos on Facebook and YouTube as well. Because podcasts, if you guys aren't making any podcasts now and doing any content for podcasts, you're not going to make any money. If you create the content now, no matter what it is, and you put it up on all different social media, you will be doing very well down the road. And you heard that from Stephanie Stevens, Program TV. Get those podcasts up. Get that content out, no matter what it is and how silly it looks. Because trust me, I put up some real silly and ridiculous stuff. I am not here trying to be perfect. Let Hollywood make it perfect. You just come up with an idea or a concept. The littlest things you think don't make any sense, they can use in Hollywood. It teaches and educates somebody around the world something. So don't try to make it perfect. Stop spending all day trying to make it perfect. Just put it on. And that's what I do now. I just put it on and get out there. And Hollywood's been knocking. So down the road, I'll be okay. So y'all better start putting out that content. Just put it out no matter what you're doing. I don't come on, just a lot of you ask me about why I don't do more lives with the game show. I don't do more lives with the game show because in Canada, TikTok doesn't pay us. So, but for me, they've given me 10 minutes for my shows. So it's a perfect platform for me. And down the road, I won't have to worry about getting paid. The money will come naturally because of creating the podcast. But you won't know about that until down the road. I know about that now. So just keep creating content, but you can get gifts and all these kind of things on here, and which still makes it, interesting and worthwhile your time being on TikTok. I just don't do the lives because I'm really too busy for that, and I'm not really, what do you call it? I'm not really interested in doing the lives. To be honest, to me, I love educating people, but it's boring. It's boring trying to sit and talk. I mean, I can talk for 2 hours straight. I'm sure y'all have seen me talking now for about 20 minutes without non-stop talking. You're like, would that queen ever be quiet? And but no, it needs to be beneficial when you're having a conversation with people who just might not agree with the way you look or the way you do things and all this stuff. And I'm not coming on TikTok to argue with nobody because my life is good. So I don't need to argue. I just do what I do and I leave it alone. And I know some of you mentioned that I don't answer your comments and stuff because a lot of times when people are writing comments, we read the comments that are necessary for the business part. But all the other stuff, you're beautiful. I try not to comment on that because for me, this is not about a sex thing. It's just that I try to be sexy because, that's what sells. And I try to be educational because that's what sells. And I try to be engaging and truthfully engaging for something that I believe in and that I'm passionate about. That way, I know that I'm on the right track. So, I'm not just in drag to be in drag on TikTok. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. When I'm telling you guys about cheap makeup and all that stuff, I'm telling you the truth. I don't spend money on an expensive makeup ever. There's no reason to. Look at this. Flea market makeup. And one beauty supply store, I buy some powder, like $4, $5. But I'm not spending a fortune on makeup ever. I've been doing this 35 years and I've done pretty good with cheap makeup, I must say. But anyways, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to go finish off my makeup and fix my hair because I think I want to put a blonde piece in this here, twist this up with a maybe a 27, give it a look. And I'm going to make a cute little dress on tonight. So when I step up there in that hard candy or whatever it is, whatever DJ Black Cat is doing, I'm going to step up in there tonight, have a few drinks and sit around. Maybe do a couple of videos for y'all. Maybe I'll take an extra battery and go live for y'all from his event. It's at Lee's Palace tonight, so it's going to be fun. If you've never been to Lee's Palace, I've been there. I've seen many people from Carol Pope to Christine W., all of them at Lee's Palace. That's a fabulous space. Usually it's for rockers, but tonight we're going to be soca down, honey. We're going to soca them down. Caribbean music all night long, carrying on. Mm-hmm. So last night was Caravana. I'm still tired though. I don't know about all of this dance and stuff, but I'm going to go support my friend, and that's what I have to do. So I'm going to go, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go. I got to go because I got to go get ready because it's 7:30 now, 10:30, 11 o'clock. I will leave out of the house, running down there. Y'all have a good weekend and take care of yourselves, my friend, and just be fabulous. That's it. Just be fabulous. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.